Hi there. I'd like to welcome you to Research Methods for the Clinically Oriented Social Worker with me, Dr. Tucker, for the year 22-23. And this video is really in place of meeting. I would love to meet you right at the beginning of this course and then follow the rest of it online, but you know, it is set as an all online course. That doesn't mean that you can't come and see me. You can come to my office, we can Zoom, we can talk on the phone, we can email. There's lots of avenues for communication. But sometimes it's a little easier to comprehend some of the rules and the things about a class if you hear it, I think, in a video or, you know, you hear me say it. So it's going to look like there is a lot of work in this class, and there really is. But from what I've heard from past students is that it's matched with this great sense of satisfaction of how much you will learn and the new skills that you'll have going into your career as a clinician. Or maybe you decide to veer from the clinical setting and you will still utilize these skills. Not research in this big general sense, but research specifically on how to be a better social worker, how to do right by your clients, how to find what the latest and newest methods are for treating whatever issue you're talking about, how to understand the population that you're working with, and ultimately also how to make sure that it's the right thing, how to test what you've been doing. So when you look at the schedule, look at the syllabus, you will see that it's pretty chock full. And I have everything due on Sunday nights by midnight. Now, in the past, I've vacillated between spreading it out throughout the week and this way, having everything due on Sunday. And there are benefits and downsides to both ways of doing it. I'm giving you the autonomy to prepare your week. Now, that's the good side of having everything due on Sunday. The downside is you really have to get started early in the week because there are several things that are due. One of those things is a discussion board, which requires you to start a post and to go back in later and reply to your classmates. That should be done in 2 different sittings. It should be done after reading all the material and probably before tackling the assignments for that week. So there's a lot on your plate due on Sunday nights. If it seems to get to be difficult and there aren't people to respond to, I might shift that mid-semester and change it so discussion boards are due on a different day. But for now, everything is due the last day of the week posted, like the week in question. So on your syllabus, and I'm going to shift to the camera so you can see it, it says week 1, 8/29 to 9/4. That means that everything in that row is due on 9/4, which is a Sunday. So that's the book introduction and the first discussion. Week 2, we will get into the chapter 1 on the book and the discussion about logic models, which will also include some kind of mini assignment. So sometimes discussions aren't actually discussion per se. They're you doing kind of a little piece of what the bigger assignments will end up being. So please pay attention to that. There is kind of a scaffolding of activities and learning modules in this class so that you never do a bigger assignment without having done a little bit of it and tested it and learned from the discussion board and then all the materials. Now, every time that there is a change or any kind of a date, that I will put in the announcements. If you ever see a video that I reference dates or days of the week, they might be old videos if they're posted in like the assignment and so forth. So I don't want you to get confused. Please let me know if there is any confusion. Any kind of changes of the dates or so forth, I will put in announcements. And I will send announcements regularly, just reminding everybody of what's up, what's due. So let's say a little bit about my grading, because not everybody has had me before, and nobody's had me for this class before. I'm a kind of a hard grader, and I always let you learn from my grading. So I'd like for you to be able to rewrite the things that you turn in so that you can learn from them. Read my comments, hand it in again on the same tab so I can see what you've changed and get a better grade. So don't be surprised if you hand in that literature review, which is early on, one of the earliest assignments, and you don't get a great grade. Sometimes that's kind of to kick into gear a real robust rewriting of that particular assignment. We have great resources at Madonna, such as the writing lab, the writing center, and the library itself, and the librarians to help you find the appropriate resources. I will do all the grading right into Blackboard. You should always know where you stand. Please contact me if you have any questions so that we can work through things. I can answer your questions, and oftentimes somebody asks me a question and it makes me realize that I didn't explain something really well, and then I'll try and re-explain it, not just to you individually, but then again to the class, maybe in a little video or just an announcement or something of the sort. So I wish you the best of luck. Make sure you have the book. It's critical to have this book. Make sure you watch all the things that I've posted in the course materials. Every week there are items. The quizzes are based on the articles and the book posted weekly. Can't wait to see what you learn, where your passions lie, and what you research. So keep in touch. Oh, one last thing. I will be out of the country for the last the last 2 weeks of September. So that will be the only time that the responses from me might be lagging a little bit. I will be checking email whenever I have a connection, but just, don't fear. I will get to your questions as quickly as I can. Okay, have a great semester.